so I think I'm streaming now. Should be in 4K, but I'll check it out in a little bit or after the stream. But right now I've been waiting for price to tap weekly VWAP, which it's around 73.94. You see, we kind of got pretty close there. Um, I might take a trade there. I'm not sure. I kind of wanted the price to like tap and go above it for a short. Um, yeah, so I think I'm gonna wait a little bit or see how price reacts here. You see, these are the 15-minute candles with I think it's on a 1 tick setting right now. So we'll see how price reacts for. I'm looking to see if price kind of taps, fills this section here, this like little empty space. Um, Either now, if it fills it, then I may look for a short. But ideally, I'd like to for price to hit the weekly VWAP. And let's see. This is the daily profile, like 24-hour or 23-hour, I guess. You can see we're around. We tapped yesterday's point of control, more or less, and like around the weekly VWAP, so it doesn't look horrible for a short. But we'll wait. I know one of my biggest issues lately has been like overtrading. So on here right now, I have the top section here is like 30-minute footprint profile, showing volume on the right, and colors. It's colored based on the delta. On the left hand side, I have the delta. Is my cursor? Yeah, shown. Yeah, and on the bottom, I have like a market profile. I think I have the weekly VWAP on here. So the solid green line is the weekly VWAP. The solid yellow is the daily VWAP, since like so including Asia session, and the dashed yellow is the New York session VWAP. So you see right now here we have 148 delta on 446 of volume, so I don't like the top of that candle, so I think we are gonna tap the VWAP here shortly. Okay. Mm, I don't hate entering here around the point of control for today, not just the New York session, but ETH hours. So if I were to do a short from here to here, my stop would be there. So for 10 contracts, 10 micros, I'm cross trading MES. Oh, 875. So if I do 5, that'll be like around 300. Okay. I'm still leaning bearish, I think. Um, do you see this empty space? Am I showing this monitor? I think so. We stay above. I do like the idea of filling that space here, going up to 74.20s or so. But we'll see how the 15-minute candles form. Here, let me show you the. So I'm not sure how well you can see it, but the top of this candle is on a 4-tick setting, but it's still not a big fan of the way that it looks so far. So we'll see how the. I might wait until I see it. Like exhaustion. I want to see something like. Is there an example here? I don't want to go too far back for an example. But something like this almost, where you see like decreasing volume. This is on the lower end of the candle, obviously, but seeing something like that on the top. On the 30-minute candles. I know we have a few single prints above too, so we might end up trying to repair those today. I think they're still in this section here. Let me check my resources on my streaming PC. Okay, so I'm using most of my GPU. But yeah, there's some single prints above. Let me go back to the range chart here. So this is the range chart. I marked out the areas of high delta. This is a 50-point range. So we'll see. We tap these. I'm tempted to short here down to the session VWAP, but I really want to see. Let me disable that. We're like right below. Let me reset this. I feel like MotiveWave got clunkier with one of the last few updates. No, wait. I do like the way he looks exhausted here. This is what I'm looking for, the bottom. For the bottom of a candle. Wait, are you guys even seeing it? Okay. This is what I'm looking for. But like on the top side. We have that on the bottom. So I don't hate longs here. I did not have my math. Damn it, went away from me. This is 1 So like $30 per micro. I'm probably gonna wait the next 13 minutes to see how the top of this candle plays out. But I don't hate along here. Risking 30. Let's see. How much am I able to risk? Okay. 1 second. Okay. I did mute, but I don't know if you guys saw my windows minimized. It's not a great setup. It's an okay setup till we have exhaustion on the low end. I just don't like the top of the candle. That's preventing me to short. We filled in a couple zero prints. Here. Let's see, do I have the 50K? How much volume are we seeing? Okay. No. Okay. My monitor blacked out, so I thought it was gonna mess up my whole layout. But on the 50K volume chart, which I like watching the 50K and 10K. Right now we're 12K into the candle. It does look pretty balanced here. I don't like the top of the candle though still. This one looks okay. This candle here, 50K volume, the top of it looks okay. The one beforehand I don't like as much, and that's the way it looks. You can see that top of the candle on the 30-minute candle. Here. Here hasn't really like changed yet, which makes sense because there's 74,000 volume in this 30-minute candle. Here, right now we're okay. So the 30-minute candle includes like these two 50K candles. No, my monitor is glitching out. Uh, it's a 15-minute? Yeah, 15-minute candle. I'm risking 33 per micro. Okay. So I'll have to go over this. I entered a short with a micro on my. Wait, what? This stream. What does it say? The bit rate is lower. Okay. I entered a short, which it's about to hit stop loss on a micro, just to see if it would play out. But again, I should have waited. I said I was waiting. Yep, hit my stop loss. Okay, so that's one loss today. Okay. I'm waiting. I'm wanting to see a push up soon. Uh, with not a lot of volume, so I could then short it. But so far, we're staying staying above the point of control. So I may wait. I set an alert. I set an alert around 73.85. So if it hits there, then I may be looking to short again. Any, let's see. See if we have any zero prints. No zero prints as of now. Okay, we for sure tapped. We're above the weekly VWAP at 94, I believe. Like not mid 90s. Okay. This is the 50K. Let's go to the 10K volume chart here. Any zero prints? No zero prints there. Okay, I'm gonna. I don't like the top of that candle either, but I entered. I entered a small short here once we were above the weekly VWAP, so that we tapped above it. We have a small node up here. Mm, It's not really an A plus setup, and I just see on the which monitor am I showing? Yep, Okay, here we have some zero prints above. We do have one single print at the high, like a point or two away from where we are now. But we'll see what happens there. Cumulative delta wise, we're still positive for today. For the session and for today. We're around this node here. Can you guys see it? We're around this node here. So let's see. I take another, or look for another setup, I guess. Maybe if it hits 95 again, I'll add more on that account. Just set an alert. Okay, so on this daily chart, we try to. There's some empty space here between like 74.20 and 74.95. We try to go above it, but we failed. So I think if we hit 85, if price goes down to 85, that'll make me more confident in looking for a short setup with a stop loss above the New York high. Right now I added to my short position another micro. It's my first PA account, so I'm taking it slow. 90, around 73.95. Like right above that, you have a stack of aggressive buyers, so you have a passive sell wall. So right now I'm risking about $100 on my PA account, which my balance is below 50K. But I'm confident I can bring it back if I follow my rules and stay disciplined. Where was the open? Okay, not the open, but the low. Now, do I look for short here on my other accounts? I think so. I think I'm going to go with this 9. Risk 5 micros here. Okay. So I'm shorted there with 5 macros. If I remember correctly, this is a 150K account. So my max loss for the day is 750. Oh, come on. Let me move this. Can't I move this short? This trade position. Okay. So on this one, I entered at 73.80. And my stop is. Can you guys see it? Yeah. So it says 5. It says stop L126.25. I feel like there was a glitch or something changed because it used to show you the loss 631. Okay, so it's a little bit on the high end. I'd want to lose. I like taking 750 is my max loss per day on this account, so I typically like taking 2 trades, so like 350 each on this account. Um, yeah. 92. Okay. Might close it out here on my PA account if we go back to break even. I don't like the top of the previous 30-minute candle. I still don't like it. It's on a 4-tick setting. Uh, hmm. Let's close at 9:25. Is it 9:30? Okay, 9:30. Okay, so it closed below. Uh, the 30-minute candle closed below the weekly VWAP. Uh, might cancel it on my PA, or do I let it hit stop loss? Oh, we have a zero print. Oh, just filled it in. On Yeah, this is the 15-minute chart. Hmm. If you look at the 30-minute chart here, if we look at the 30-minute chart, still have the point of control here at like 85. The next candle, we also have the point of control at 85. And then we have a higher point of control here. We have overlapping value. So it's a little bit of a warning sign. The price, well, price is consolidating. Um, we'll see if in this 30-minute candle we can make shift the PLC down to like 73.80. From the weekly VWAP, I think this daily VWAP would be a good target, which is at, let me make an alert here. Which is at 82, 73.82. And then if we go here on the daily profile, it looks like it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's a little node here between 63 to 60, in the 65-ish area. But I think a better target based on this would be this 73.50 range. But I'll keep my alert around the session, like the daily VWAP, and then see how price reacts there. Hmm. I was waiting for this weekly VWAP trade since yesterday. I was trading in the Asia session, and we got kind of close, but we never touched it. Uh, so I just went to bed, and then I was gonna check it out this morning. But I remembered it was CPI day, and I don't want to deal with that, especially maybe if I woke up during like London session, London Open. Um, I might have been open to checking it, but it was pretty late already. Okay, so we're around today's New York session's point of control. Did we open? We're above the open. Um, would this be? I forgot what the initial balance was. I haven't used it in a while. If it's 15 minutes, 30 minutes, but either way, we haven't. We made the low in like the first 5 minutes, so that's at 50. Where is that at? 73.37. Which, if we go here, it's around. Not sure how well you can see it, or if it's streaming in 4K, which I'll have to check. But it's this this high volume node, like the POC. It looks like the POC of this node here. Uh, I can label that actually. Like New York Open? No, New York Low. Oh yeah, this is a 24-hour. So we're green on the day. Um, let me switch to the session split by New York and like not New York sessions. People call it overnight. Some people like to split it between Asia and London. I typically just call it like overnight session. Um, I'm a little nervous on my PA account, but I'm not risking. Oh yeah, I got some profits in the Asia session. I'd be risking those profits, like that, the profit from that session. Switch you over to this chart. Well, my other. Mm, So my entries for my PA account are in this 30-minute candle around where we're at, around the current point of control. 42 30-minute candles. Let's see what these 15-minute candles do. We got 3 minutes, 2 minutes and change left for the 15-minute candle. Oh, it's a mic. I was like, what is that? Can I lower the mic? Hopefully I can still be heard okay. Testing 1 2 3. Yeah, it's about the same if I move it down a little bit. Okay. Okay, so it loaded. So this is the footprint profile, splitting it on the overnight session and the New York session. So you see so far here, I wish you could like extend it or like make it wider. You can make the profiles thinner, but that's as wide as it goes. We'll wait for the data to load here. You check here, we're starting to lose today's point of control, or the New York session's point of control. I don't see any single prints on my end with the settings I have. First target here would be the value area low at 73.70. We first have to break the session VWAP. Come on, load. Okay, I'll switch to this one while it loads. So we're around the session VWAP right now. We see some market selling coming in. We got a new 15-minute candle opening. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so we're around the first target at 73.70. Now I gotta decide. Damn it, this other profile's still not loading. Okay. 9. Where did I sell? 73. Man, my MotiveWave is glitching. There we go. It might be my specs though. Oh, let me see. 2 3. That is from 9. Okay. I can't trade. I was trying to use these gloves for like carpal tunnel since I have some hand pain, but it's too physically uncomfortable. PA, so Should have sold some around VWAP, session VWAP, but it's expected to see some buyers come in around the New York session VWAP. If you look here, that's two. This is a balanced profile, so it's kind of like indecision. I treat it like a D-shaped profile. I think I'm gonna move my stops to like slightly above this wall, just in case we see a huge spike. Okay, so I try not to mess with it. So this is the profile, the footprint for the New York session and overnight session. See, we're below. This is the volume profile. So the market profile POC is at 86. Yeah, it's about the same. So you see here, to have that, yeah. There is some like empty space here from yesterday's. From the overnight point of control down to the overnight value area low. We did tap it, so we have some volume there, but we have some price action, I should say. We don't really have a lot of volume down there. Let me see. Can I have my other account loaded here? Okay. Okay, so I feel like my great emotions are kicking in because I'm like, okay, counting a win. I have one loss on my PA account, and then so far this one's in profit. But I do think I want to target the session view at 80, at 63.50. Let's target 60. Did we tap it? Oh, we already tapped it. Might just get out. Yeah. I don't like it, but I set a limit order there. I'm gonna move my stops a little lower. Let's see. I'm gonna expect buyers to come in. So let me move my stops. Am I showing you that screen? Nope. 2. I'm moving my stops at the top of this like D-shaped profile or balanced profile. And you can see here, price is currently between the New York session VWAP and the daily VWAP. We'll have to see if sellers can keep taking control. Delta wise, there's negative 2800 delta on like 32k volume. 32. which is pretty decent for the amount of volume. Checking on the last, basing it off of the last few candles. Oh, looks like we did hit one of my limit orders at 65. So we locked in some profits there. And now, if we keep going lower, I left my stop at the point of control here of this 15-minute candle, which would be a nice retest if we do hit it. But let's see. Let's see if sellers can stay in control. 53 on my other eval. 53 would lock in like 600, so like a little bit. No, 750. Okay, so I just got stopped out on my PA. I recovered some of my yesterday's losses. For my other eval, which screen are you guys on? Okay. So I sold some at 65. We'll see if price continues to go lower. I think I'm done with this eval for today. So for this other, I'm done with my PA, I think. For my other eval, I'm gonna leave I entered around 73.80. My stop is at 77, around break even. Okay, so on the market profile, we're still in between these two VWAPs. We got a decent amount of negative delta here. This doesn't look like a horrible spot to enter, but I got some profit on my PA. Oh, I might enter with my other eval. Maybe. How much would I risk? Let's see. So per 10 contracts, I would risk 400. So 50 per contract. So risk like 2. I don't know if we're gonna hit this POC at 69. Do I have that on there? No. I was looking to see if price hit this POC again at 69. Oh, we just tapped one of my levels. Got the alert. Or can I have the alert history up? Where did it pop up? Oh, there you go. $73.53. So I leave my stops at 63. That'll be 400. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lower. 63. Wait, 63? 65? It's around the VWAP, so nah. I'll lower it a little bit, maybe. I'll split it. No, but that's... Oh man, of course we're dumping. Man, that's annoying. I closed my PA trades. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, but got some profit locked in on my newest eval. I got my target for the day, which is 750. That's like my max risk for the day. So if I get 750 in profits, I'd say that's like pretty solid. Like my goal. Um 775. We're like around that level, but I do believe we'll hit this 73.36, which was the New York low. Like we might as well test it at this point. We're so close. 36, that's like 10 points. If I set my order there at 70, at 36, it'll be like 37, let's say. Uh, so like 1.3R if we do hit that. So I'll set my limit order there for, I'll do 4 out of these 5 macros that I have. Um, we're not seeing a whole lot of volume, but am I showing you guys the right screen? Nope. So I was basing my trade here. This is the New York low. This is the area I was looking for, like some volume to develop here. Because we did go lower, I do see us like retesting that. So I left the limit order of 4 micros here for 4 micros out of the 5, and then I'll play around with the other one. 4 micros should secure me 750 in profit on this eval. Let me move my stop lower. If we go lower, I see us testing the 73.25, but I don't know if we'll hit the overnight low. We're below the New York open. I don't like the top of the candle. On top of this 30-minute candle. Well, it's 10:01. It just started. So we might see a little spike up to 70s. No, wait, 70? Yeah. Okay. I should moving my stop up a little bit. At 64. Okay, so on, let me load my account here. So I have my stop. I made my stop right now. The New York session VWAP. Let's see what happens there. It won't secure me like the 1R that I was looking for. Right now I'm at under 1R for this account. Did I have some? Nah, barely anything. Basically break even for today before I started on this account. Uh, if I show you this second monitor, this is the 15-minute candle. We have one single print, 75. We have one single print at 73.56. And then a couple of zero prints around 50. So we'll see if we hit those. Nice. Sometimes there's a low volume node like indicator on the volume profile on MotiveWave, but it doesn't really get the zero prints like the way the math works. There's a way to change the sensitivity, but I haven't found a way to consistently map out the zero prints. So it sometimes gets these zero prints and like highlights them, sometimes it doesn't. So it's still kind of a manual process for me. Okay, so we tap the first single print here. I can delete that. And then 50 is the other area where we have single prints. And on this candle here, we have like this section with not a whole lot of volume. So we'll see if we can create some volume there. It's still below 75, which is where I have my stop loss. It's also below the sell wall at 68, where we have a stack of positive delta around 73.70 or so. And then the next stack of positive delta will be in this like low 73.50s. So we're just below that now. We filled in this zero print. So we'll see if we can keep going lower. Session VWAP is at like 62. Okay, this is a 30-minute. I don't hate the bottom of this candle. It does look like exhaustion. Um, I get those phrasing confused, exhaustion, absorption, but it does look like on this candle too. It does look, wait, yeah, it does look like, I like the bottom of this candle. So I could see us moving up from here. So if I move my stop to 53, close to like the 750 that I'm looking for on this account, but I'm trading my piano with that. So we'll see. I do like, we're so close, like 10 points away, under 10 points away from testing the New York low. see. I haven't checked the 10K chart in a bit. After the move up, we had some zero prints that we filled in. Okay. Might sell 4 here. Because if I sell 4, that's 80% of my position. Yeah, 100. Times 0.8. Ah, so close. If it's above 900, I'd be trading my P&L with that. Do you believe my target of the New York low is pretty solid? 830. Oh, it's right here on the. Am I showing this chart? No. Okay. You can see it right here. Maybe 36.75 instead of like 35-ish, 35.50. Mm, 950. I could sell 4 here. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. 950. Do I sell or buy 4? We're so close to it, dude. We're so close. What screen are you guys saying? Okay, that one. Okay, that's it. I'm being greedy. I'm being greedy. I'm being greedy. We're basically there. 950 would be 73.42. Okay. There we go. Secured my profits for today on this account. I got over 1R. I have 1 micro left as a runner. Which I'll leave up here. Looks like we may be building a node like around the 45s. If I check this chart, that's like where we build the node. 109. I have my stop above this node here, which is the session VWAP. So if we go back up and tap not the session, the daily VWAP, if we go back and tap it, that'll get stopped out. Or if we keep trending downward, if we tap it while the VWAP is lower, that would be ideal for my runner. Otherwise, where it's at 73.61, what is that? I can't tell. Very little profit, basically. Like under 150 bucks for it. But do I want to give that back? Sure. I'll leave it. So far for today, I made 1 hour on my PA, over 1 hour on my PA. I don't know. I think this was from yesterday. I got 1 hour on one of my evals, my 50K evals, 1 hour on my 50K PA, and 1 hour on my 150K eval. So good day so far. Gonna try to let this ride. Gonna do something else to reset, and then I'll try to be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stream whenever I can, for sure. And I might go over some of my setups. I think I got one. I know I took an L on my PA, and then I went on my PA, and then I also took it on my eval, my 150K eval, because I have a 50K eval, but I think I traded that in the Asia session, so I didn't capture anything on that today, but that's fine. We're green on the day, and yeah, so the low was 36, I think, right? Yeah. So let me just quickly go to this screen. My stop is currently at 61. I don't know how well my cursor is shown, so I'll do a rectangle. My stop is at the top of this rectangle here. Price is currently at the bottom of this rectangle. So that's 30 points I'd be giving back. 45 seems like a good stop loss. And then I'd only be giving back a few points, but I think I'm going to trail these 5 minute. If I go to this chart, this is a 5 minute chart, and we have been trending or protecting the highs pretty much since 9:25 central, so that's 10:25. Protecting the highs. We had a green candle here, but didn't go over the high. High protected, 5 minute high protected, 5 minute high protected, protected, 5 minute high. We had a green candle here, still protected, 5 minute high protected, and now we have a single print. Yesterday, when we started having single prints, we would tap or like try to repair them, repair half of it, and then keep going down, but we never ended. It wasn't until like the PM session that we started seeing price action above these single print areas. So that's a single print. So keep trailing my stop on this one to 42. Okay. How did I even tap that? Okay, so 3 times 5. I would have made 1,500 on this one, but that's okay. I was doing the math on how much I would have, could have, should have made, but that's comparing my decision making after I know the outcome. It was still a good trade. Can I lower this delta, this cumulative delta chart a little bit? Okay. Oh, limit? No. Stop. Oh yeah, let me make sure I have my PA, cancel all. One of my apexes, 8, cancel all. And then my 9. With a runner in place, I have one stop. I don't have any limit orders that I can see. And I'll check the account tab after I end my stream. So yeah, I'm gonna keep trailing my stops here. 8:30, 9:30, 10:30. It's under 2 hours. I may chill here though and trail my stop. See how this trade plays out. I should have trailed. No, I could have trailed my contracts, my 5 contracts. Would have been a good play, but I secured for sure some profits, so can't be too disappointed in that. Mm, Man, if I trailed my stops on my PA account though, because I'm in like the 48Ks, so I could have maybe brought it up to like 49s. But the good thing is there's no time limit on it, as far as I know. I did find out you need to make, for like the dormancy rule, you need to make profit. It doesn't matter if you trade like win or lose, but you need to win or like secure, I think it was 50 or 250, something like that, in a day for it to remain in good standing. Um, in like a 14-day period, if I remember correctly, on Apex. Um, but right now I'm trading Apex accounts, 2 evals, and 1 PA. Mm, okay. If I show you this 15-minute candle here, it's kind of like a balanced profile here as well. Um, 73.27. If I make my stop there, it's pretty close to hitting it, but I'll do it. I'll lower it to maybe above this POC. Okay, so we do hit it. 36 is the top of the single print area. 36? Yeah. So between, okay, we're tapping the single prints. I'm showing you the 15-minute. Yeah. Okay, so the point of control of the past 15-minute candle is at 73.30. So if we tap it and go down, I'm down for that. If we go above this node here, then I'm out. Oh, I don't like the top of that candle. 197 aggressive buyers. Mm, yeah, I don't like it, but I'll leave my stop there for now. Which 257, it'll secure me like around 240 on this contract. So 240 times 5, like 1250. And I secured it 4 contracts when it was like around a grand. So instead of 1250, it's like 1150. So not bad. I think Trump was gonna speak or speaking too. So not looking forward to the volatility necessarily with that. Or like headline. type of candles. But yeah, we tapped my stop loss here. We went above this 15-minute point of control node. We tapped above it. And on the 5-minute candles, we finally broke above 5-minute high. And we're repairing the single print like area. There's still a little bit left here. These are my settings for single prints. I think it's display, single prints. Is it general? 2-tick interval, sub interval 5 minutes, number of TPOs I have 20, time frame a day. So yeah. Okay. So for today we went above the overnight high. We tapped the weekly VWAP. I think it was like in the 90s. So if I go to this monitor, it was like in the 90s. Somewhere like around 90 to 95, I think it was. Or yeah, it was 90, 95. Because I lined up with the yesterday's New York session point of control. So we tapped above it. We tapped the yesterday's New York session's value area high. We started seeing price go below weekly VWAP at 73.95. I think that around there, that's where I entered short, targeting, I think I was starting in like the 60s, like this node here. Not sure how well you can see my cursor, but targeting, let's see, this node here, entering around like 95 or so. And then my second target was the point of control. And then I ended up leaving my contracts and then I closed them out here around the value area low of the overnight session. And then I trailed my stops for my last contract, chilling these 5-minute lows. We had a single print section, repaired it, broke above the 5-minute highs. So yeah, there's that. Thanks for anybody that watches, and I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. Peace.